Hey docs, one of the coolest things we've brought to the chiropractic profession is bringing this influence literature into a procedure that gives you reproducible new patient results. Now what I mean by that is this law of agreement. We all know the first rule of selling is to stay in agreement. But what we've done is we've taken this influence literature and staying in agreement with the person you're speaking to or the audience you're speaking to, and then we've made a procedure out of it so that you can use it at your talks. Quite simply, what that means is, as a chiropractor, I like to bring up something about medication and drugs that people can agree with me on. Not a harsh line, not a point that people will go, maybe, kind of, what about this scenario? A real easy one that they can all agree with. And what it means is we stay within the influence literature that's been available for 100 years. You see, I've been teaching a workshop called The Art of the Close. And what I've done is I've taken this influence literature, it's not my info, but it is tested research that shows you human psychology and how it is people make decisions. And we've laid out talks in 10-minute talks as a recipe that you can reproduce. I'll give you another example in this video, and one of them is the rule of contradiction. And this is a fun one because people hate to contradict themselves. If I come to a fork in the road, my wife says go right, and I decide to go left, I would much rather make 3 lefts and eventually wind up going the way she told me than to admit I was wrong. And you see, what we've done is we build this into our talks and our lectures in the art of the close that we can teach you. There's plenty of great influence literature out there. There's a lot on the topics of communication. There's a lot of chiropractors that teach you how to grow. What we've done is we've taken this information and it's battle tested. I'm in practice and we can show you reproducible results. Now, to get your feet wet, what I want to let you know is we are doing a webinar on April the 16th to explain how we've taken influence literature, proceduralized it into talk so you can teach people one-on-many. Far better than doing spinal screening, which I hate. Let's do one-on-many. Use the available research and studies to your advantage to move the needle from a chiropractor who's done it for you. On April the 16th, check out our webinar where we'll break this down. I don't record my webinars, and if you're just ready to jump right in and learn more about the art of the close, go to our website, npmaoc.com. Plenty of doctors will vouch for our validity and how good it is. You just need to be there because you can't just read the notes. You've got to do the material and use the influence literature that's available to you from a doc that's in the game.
We did our first 10-minute talk, and there was 10 people in the room, and we ended up signing up 15 because we got some of the families. And then our talk has progressed, and as we keep doing it, we just did one where 10 minutes, we signed up 47 people. And it just keeps growing as you're doing it more and more. You get better and better at it, and it's real empowering. It's phenomenal.
We gave a talk to school bus drivers for our district, which was over 300 school bus drivers, and I was one of the keynote speakers. And I gave a 10-minute talk, and we were able to sign up over 100 of the bus drivers to come into the clinic to receive chiropractic care, examinations, consultation, and x-rays. So we did really well with that, which was, again, a 10-minute talk, which I learned at Art of the Close through Brad Glowacki's program.
Hey, I'm Dr. Alain Desaulniers. I practice in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And I'll tell you something that really transformed the way that we do things is the 10-minute talk. And ever since we started doing the 10-minute talk, literally I've only done a couple of them, but they have been game changers. I can think of so many more places that we can get into to speak. We did one at the police station for one of their debriefs. We had about 15 people there, and we signed up about 12 officers. And from that, most of their families have started care too since they've come into the office. It's been absolutely phenomenal.
A couple months ago, I attended the Art of Close, the very first time that I've ever been there to learn how to do the 10-minute talk. And the first time we implemented it, we closed 36 out of 58 new patients, cash paid, doing a 10-minute talk. 10 minutes to get 36 new patients, it blew my mind.